Hello, everyone. There has been a recent release of Bmad, and especially in there, we have something about playwright-utils, which we open source from Xeon. So we'll do a short demo of how to update Bmad, first of all, and how to use a Bmad submodule optionally, and how to make use of playwright-utils, and with that, the test architect. So here we are looking at the Bmad submodule. So this is something that makes installation simpler when you're rolling out Bmad in multiple repositories. You can totally use this if it matches your use case. So I have it cloned. So I'll have this terminal on the right side. Alright. See, let's clone it real quick. Actually, I don't have it cloned. So we'll do SSH. Okay, clone. We'll just clone this real quick. And then we'll cd into that nvm use. No, nvm use. So this is just a few markdown files, right? And then we'll just open this up. I'm using Windsurf. You can use cursor or VS Code, makes zero difference. I'll zoom this in. So when I install Bmad, it supports upgrading and everything. I don't bother with that, just do a clean install, right? And then as you see, this is all Bmad folders. So now we can simply install Bmad. So let's just check out a new branch. We'll call, what's the date? December 1st. So we'll say Bmad 12 for 20. I'll just date it, right? Because I'm not really keeping up with the version numbers. Um, so let's just clear this npx bmad method alpha. So it's still alpha version, whatever, I don't even remember, but we'll install the latest, and that one has the most recent changes about playwright utilities and test architect. So, okay. And this will be our installation directory. Okay, and I'll zoom in a little more. Yes, we installed to here. Root folder for Bmad installation .bmad, fine. So now, like, it picks up my username, right, which is fine. But since this is a submodule, everyone will be installing. What do you want me to call you? Call me Bmad user. And English is fine. Preferred document English. Where should AI generated artifacts be? Docs is okay. Install user documentation, optimized agent intelligence. Yeah, I think this is new, but okay, yeah, I'll take that. And we have different modules here, right? We have the Bmad builder. So if you want to make a new agent, a lot of people are asking, for instance, for AI, ML, data engineer, and that will be in the works. But a new version of the builder is coming, so we'll hold off on that. But it's in the pipeline, just to let everyone know. So we'll use the Bmad Agile AI-driven development. Enable agents to speak out loud. Okay, yeah, I'll take that. Fine, speak out loud, guys. Um, Cloud codecs of many people use cursor, so include that. Copilot for VS Code, Windsurf. Oh, there's anti-gravity support even. I mean, I haven't used it. Um, oh, cool. Yeah, I actually want to experiment with it, but I think that's the only thing we don't have at work. Um, Everything else for sure. But yeah, it's cool to see anti-gravity support. That's news to me, and I was hoping that would get there, and it's there now. What's the title of your project? Bmad SAM module is fine. So this is like we call it installing tools, Bmad SAM module, but this is how you would install it anywhere. All right. I'll just say we're beginners, so you know, have some handholding. Where should sprint artifacts be stored? That's fine. Enable. So this is what we want to demo, right? Enable test architect playwright MCP capabilities, healing, exploratory testing, verification. You have to set up your MCPs yourself. Refer to test architecture MCP. So if you have these MCPs and each one of these solutions like Windsurf, VS Code, whatever you're using, they have separate MCP settings. Usually it's just a JSON file. The only non-JSON I've seen is codecs that has a TOML file, which I don't know why. But you have to have the two MCP servers, and I'll show you those. Um, see, yeah, I'm going to assume that those are enabled at whoever user's MCP settings. Yes. Now this is the new part. So the first one is for two playwright MCPs. They will supercharge the test architect. The second one is further. So playwright-utils are using it. It's AdScience Technologies playwright-utils package. So this does neither of these does any setup for you. No MCP setup, no package.json changes. You have to do that yourself, right? We don't do any magic for you. You will do that yourself, and if you say yes to these two, there are certain flags that do things a little better, right? That's all it is. This adds fixture-based utilities for auth, API requests, network reporting, polling, intercept, because all the lame, difficult things. This makes those easy. You must install packages yourself. I mean, it explicitly says here, so I hope nobody has questions. Or use test architects star framework command. So you can use that. We can set things up for you, and it's going to ask, hey, you want to install playwright-utils, and you can tell it yes. So yes, I want to do this. So this is the big part of the demo. I want codecs. This is simple. Project specific. I'll make everything here project specific. You must set codecs on. I don't know if I've done this, but install project codecs from. You must set codecs on to use these terms. See, I'm not sure. I'm not sure about these codecs from. I don't remember. Um, maybe global is better there. I'm not really sure. Uh, maybe then I'll just do global. Oops. So I do use codecs and cloud code and Gemini. So yeah, let's just do global. Keep it simple. Okay. And then, agent vibes. I have no idea what this is. So Bmad core and selected modules have been installed to that. Okay, thank you for helping test earlier. Good. Agent vibes TTS setup. Agent vibe provides voice synthesis for. I don't have voice anything. I mean, I maybe it installed it, so I'm not sure. Usually we don't install stuff for you, but let's add it. Let's see what happens. Watch. Okay. Mac OS Stay built-in 0. Okay, I'll take that. Okay. I mean, I've never used this, but it's new, so I'll take it and I'll test it. Slash commands, personality templates. Fine. I mean, it sounds interesting. So we'll take it. So I think this is like one of the only things we install. Lots of scripts are there. Okay. Well, yeah, I'll take it. Usually, I mean, this is just a few Markdown files, a few CSV files, but it looks like this actually does set up something. Switch to no MCP. Yeah. Let's not overcomplicate it. I don't know. Like we haven't looked into it. Okay. Anyway, so let's see what got in there now. So a bunch of folders, right? I'll take it. Whatever. Okay. I mean, maybe I shouldn't have installed AgentWise, but let's see what it does. Anyway, so this is 99% Bmad installation, and there's a README file here to use it as a submodule. So that was a demo of the install. And now I will quickly push this up, and then we'll set up Bmad via a submodule in playwright-utils, which is open source. So we pushed that up and we demoed the new Playwright MCP plus the Xeon Playwright utilities, installer options, and like how to do that. Now let's actually use it. Okay, so I'll check out a new branch, call it a Bmad update, whatever, it's data. I'll just do the date I'm doing this. Okay. Now I'm going to, instead of doing like the full install of Bmad, which I could have done in this repository, right? But I don't want to repeat all those 15 steps of installing Bmad. I'm just going to do it with the Bmad submodule, and every repo I use Bmad is going to have the same thing. So pretty much um, all you have to do is copy this. So and then it sets that this repo as a submodule, and then add a post install script. Um, Now I had already done that. So copy this, boom, copy the post install script, boom. Those are already done for me in this repository. Now, just to update it, it basically says go into the Bmad submodule folder, wherever you are, pull origin main, add, and all that, right? So I'll just do that real quick. Kill this right side, nothing in there. So we are in our repo, so let's go to Bmad submodule. All right, get pull origin main. So it pulls all the new stuff, get out of there, and it's going to have one line of change. And that's going to be, let's open that up. And that's going to be the, I believe that's just the hash of the submodule we're using. Close all this, don't need it. All right, one line. Yeah, it's just this sub project commit is the only thing. The hash is just the only thing that changes. Okay, so now we have the latest Bmad here, but see, we don't have like all those file changes with the new version of Bmad. They're all here because see, we have agent vibes, we have that new MCP JSON file, but none of this like is source control, right? It just gets installed locally, which is the beauty of submodules. Anyway, so let's do something with the playwright-utils. So it's been 12 minutes, but we'll try to keep it real short. So let's say in the playwright folder, network error man. So I'm going to go through many features of playwright-utils in the future. But for now, I'm going to try to, like, this is a full vanilla playwright sort of test. So the network monitoring, what it does is, let's say you have like a UI test, and then the network monitor, you set it up as a fixture, and if there are like rogue network responses that are 400s or 500s, it detects those. So this basic test is just testing that functionality, and it's quite specific. So it's hard to simulate those network errors, right? Like in real life, they happen or they not happen. So the goal of this test is just that. And I'm going to now try to perhaps this one, or let's see, Downey effect prevention. Maybe we'll keep it basic detection. We'll keep it simple, right? So we'll just convert this simple test that's using page wait for response, um, and we'll convert that to intercept network flavor. Let's see if the domino effect is okay too. Yeah, this is our feature there. Let's see. Oh yeah, this is I think better. Like page route and page fulfill, like page. Yeah. So basically, all this page route and page fulfill, we will see if we can convert those to intercept network style. So it's not going to be that complex. So it's not really worth it here. But just to see a side by side and test out the playwright-utils capabilities. We'll do that. So all we have to do is /t, and then it's going to load the test architect. And then what I'll do is I'll make a copy of this file so we can look at them side by side. I'll call this vanilla, which I'll leave it as normal playwright. Uh, oh, blah, 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 Bmad pages, data. So if it doesn't find it, right, and you may run into this, so different versions, different things. When we install Bmad, let's just see if we can find in. I just need the tmd file, t.md file. Yeah, here we go, t.md. Okay, I hope it's this one, right? So just add it like this. Let's see if that works. So yeah, loading the agents, like when it's a submodule, it's not super consistent. So if the slash command doesn't work, just point it to the markdown file, and then it's going to do its thing. Just give it a while, let it cook. I'll just pause so we don't consume too much video time. All right, and then with the markdown, it loads it. So if it's not a submodule, you can do a slash command. But if you're using a submodule, just add the file, and then it can do all these things for you. So right now, since we said, hey, use the playwright MCP, use playwright-utils, it's going to write tests in that style. Since this is the playwright-utils package, like I don't even have to have it installed. What I want is basically I want to convert this vanilla version, right? And now I'm just going to perhaps delete this so it can write these again, or maybe delete it all. So I'm going to say, we're going to say automate. If you want, I'll zoom in further. Automate, right? And automate. I have this test, okay? And I want to create a mirror of it. We'll create a mirror of it here, but using playwright-utils style. And maybe I can say intercept network versus vanilla playwright comparison. I think that should be okay enough. So it's going to load its knowledge base, or actually, we take the more complex one. So let's go open this here like this. So it's basically saying, hey, whatever I see, page route, blah, 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 I'll convert that to intercept network style. Okay. Intercept network call. That's right. What is that? Here, I mean, this is not that complex. Usually, intercept network call, it's a lot more bang for the buck. But just to test out the test architect in a simpler test, right? We'll do something like this. All right, it already exists. I already created it for you, so go ahead and do it. right? Enter the nodes, right, and then create network error monitor fixture. So it's already there. Um, so usually we add this as a core fixture that goes to every single file, but just to test things in isolation, uh, we're doing package deal here just for this file. All right, so I'll have to zoom out so we can see things a little bit side by side. Just taking a look at it, so a lot of it is the same, but basically this one will be different, right? So we'll be defining the URL and see this fulfill response is going to be easier like this. So status body, same thing. I mean, it's basically the same thing, not that much of a difference. But this is just a light test of hey, like how do things work when we have playwright utils, and how does it write a test in that style? So it will just do it out of the box that way. So here, if you compare the page route, page fulfill, the intercept network call, the equivalent of that is just this. All right. And since we're not using it as a fixture, we could use it as a fixture, but I'm not using it as a fixture. I'm importing it directly. We have to pass the page argument, but if we use it as a fixture, then we don't have to do that. Then once it's done, I will tell it to make that change so we can lose this page argument. So it's a little shorter. Error pattern grouping. So just taking a look at that, right? You can see the same exact thing. Okay, so I guess this does like a good demo of that, right? And then see it's running lint and everything automatically, so it's pretty good. Um, um, let's see, file change. I'm done. I'm done. The only other thing, can you use intercept network as a fixture instead of direct import? Right, so basically, I want to do this here like that, okay, so that I can get rid of that argument. But to do that, it's going to have to not import from playwright test. It's going to have to import from our custom fixture, which is called merge fixtures and support fixture. So it's going to have to well, let's see how it's going to figure it out, right? Should have, yeah, see, merge fixture. So it should just import from this guy. We have intercept network call here. So if it imports from this file, the fixture is going to be available there. I want to see if it can figure that out. Well, the package, it doesn't have to use network call specifically because we also expose intercept network call as a fixture. So it can also figure that out. Let's see what it does. I can close the original version here now. Simple enough. See if it can figure out all these type issues. Maybe I might have to tell it you can import directly from merged fixtures and do something like this. Well, without me telling it, it figured that out. Nice, 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 nice. Okay, nice. I didn't have to tell it. Cool. Like I mean, the whole point of it is that it knows the style of playwright utils and it writes things that way. So the less I have to tell it to do things, the better it is. Um, you know, just accept here, and then yeah, figure out your issues there. I'll pause here so I let it cook a little bit. All right, it cooked enough and it figured it out, some parentheses, syntax. We'll just sell this, so test the new spec. And then let's see run, let's see pass, it has all the MCPs and whatever. And it does see like our test PV uh, script. So that already has local server and everything built in. So what I expect for it to do is start the back end and the front end. And of course, we need Docker here, so I'll have Docker started. We just need Docker for testing those recursion calls or whatever. So if it's not Docker, this test will still work. But for the full suite to work, Docker is nice. So let's see. So this will hopefully quickly pass. And I guess this is a demo of um, how we can expand the test architect to use playwright-utils and have it write tests out of the box in that style. So this is pretty simple test, but we didn't have to do much at all, right? We just said, hey, copy this out, and it figured out its own type check linting, and it figured out how to write the tests in that style. So this is all we could ask for, right? Um, I guess that's a demo that shows the new capabilities of the test architect using playwright-utils. And in the future, we'll have more videos about playwright-utils, specifically focusing on its new features. And this is all. Thanks for watching.